up again. Now I'm so nervous, but I'm so excited. Okay.
I think we're live now. Let me check again. Now start talking.
All right, guys. Okay. Welcome to Be Social TV, you guys. Let's chat today about the power of a team. Now, if you are here, say hey. I've actually been talking to you for about 4 minutes in the wrong group. So I told Layla, no, I'm nervous. Layla Kanzler is here with me today. She is an integral part of our team, and we are excited to talk with you today about the power of unlocking a unified team to grow and scale your business. We're going to be talking a little bit about my story with teams, not just in my network marketing business, but in my coaching business. When I used to own a home care agency, when I do my summer camp, every business I've grown has involved a team in some regard. Layla's going to be sharing her view on teams, and we're just going to have an open conversation. So before we do that, if you are here, please say hi. Let us know where you're tuning in from, and let us know if you are catching the replay. All right, before we roll in and I introduce Layla, good morning, Empire Builders. It is Monday, March 28th. How are y'all feeling? Welcome to the Social Sales School for the Woman Entrepreneur. My name is Kathy Callahan, and I am your host every Monday at 10 a.m. Central, right here inside of the Social Sales School for the Woman Entrepreneur group. I am a business coach and a network marketer, and I teach women how to grow and scale their businesses so they can escape the 9-to-5 and live life on their terms. So Layla's in the house. How are you feeling about being on Be Social TV today?
I am like shocked, honestly. I mean, we've been together for a year and some weeks, maybe over a month, and I have never been with you on camera. It's like, what's happening here?
I know. I was thinking about that today. I'm like, we're on camera all the time, but it's
but like,
and sales events, and never on a thing like this.
Yeah. But no, I'm honored actually to be here. A minute ago we were talking about how similar the concepts are, because we want to talk, of course, about team building inside of a network marketing team, right? But my side is more in teams in terms of hiring an actual team to help you, deliver on the promise you're making to your clients. So, and when we are talking about those two concepts, I feel like it's almost the same. I mean, the result might be a little different, but in terms of building that support system, I think it's pretty much the same. So I just love it. And side note here, talk about the retreat first, and then we go into the conversation, because there are a lot of things we want to talk about, and I know we don't have the whole morning, so go for it.
So you guys, first, let me tell you, Layla and I met in the virtual space in a program that I was in, and I was searching for some help. Okay. So I was learning some new concepts, and I was looking for some help, and I posted and her name came up. So we connected over one small topic, and over the phone, I realized really how she supports business owners and entrepreneurs to help them build business systems and create teams. So that's how we connected over a year ago. So truth is, she's worked in the background for a long freaking time. So I'm sorry I didn't put your face on the screen faster right here. Our impact makers know and love you because they get to see your face quite a bit. So if y'all are in the house, shout Layla out. If you've gone through different workshops and challenges with us, you might have met her as well. So that's important to understand that Layla's like my right-hand woman virtually, and then Aubrey's my right-hand woman in my house. So I don't do this stuff alone, or else I'd be even more tired, right? So that's important to know. So what Layla has I said she's the brainchild. Next week, April 4th, please comment that you are listening to this part right now. You do not want to miss it. April 4th is a leadership retreat. We're calling it Ignite Your Impact. It's a virtual retreat. April 4th, 11 a.m. It kicks off in a private group. Do not miss it. I've never done anything like this before. It is going to be about creating teams, and also how not to manage a team, but actually lead a team. And this is probably, and I don't know, Layla, for you and your job, I've been in a owner role where I had employees, right? And I've been in a leadership role where I had to create leaders. It's very different. And my friend Erin and I were talking, because she manages an orthodontist office. Managing a team is very different than leading a team. So we're going to be going through that next week. So what else do they need to know about that? Aside from the fact that thank you for making me step out of my comfort zone, partnering with me in this leadership retreat, I'm really excited. What else should I tell them?
Basically the fact that it's free. I mean, who does not like the free portion, right? We were actually going to charge for it, but I was like, you know what? No, let's open the door, so everybody can invite their own team if you guys want to, because what we actually want to do here is we want to team up, okay? And I love this concept because, again, it aligns with everything we stand for together. Of course, you for your side of the business and me, for my own side. But the portion here is the leadership, okay? And you just hit the topic here, because I have been actually business manager for as long as I can remember in the online space, okay? But when I was actually back in my career, corporate years, we were always around 18. And the hardest job was the actual team manager. Whoever was actually managing a team, it was like so hard that, I mean, we can talk about, this for hours, but leading and managing, two different things. Now, can you do one without the other? Maybe. However, in many cases, we have to do both. We have to do both. And that's why we have to simplify as much as possible the management side, so that we have the time, the capacity, right, the energy to show up as a leader, until you are in a position where you can build again, you can build leaders within your team, and maybe we can talk about that too, because the story here is between you and I as an example. I was looking into my own team, I have my own team. And here I am helping you, right? And here you are helping others. So it's like, this little chain of, and it's so freaking amazing, but it has been a challenge, from hiring, firing, from onboarding people. And then we sound like, like we know the world and they're just not, you know what I'm saying? Like there's this big world in there. And having the time and energy to lead a team requires building a support system. And that's where you are like, you are the face, you are the leader. That's why you are on camera. That's why I'm in the back, because we understand that working together, if everybody understands their role and how we all contribute to the team, right? That's when magic happens, because I feel like the power here is to build the unified team. Okay, growing and scaling, we can talk about that too. Two different things, but understanding what role you're going to play, it's key. Okay, so I don't know how you feel about this, because I want for you to bring to the table, your experience as a leader of a network marketing team, but at the same time, your experience as a leader leading the team that works for you and with you, So talk to me about that, because I think from your perspective, how do you feel about that? What is it that you are experiencing, in that role or at that capacity?
So I will say, from the network marketing side of things versus the CEO side of things versus whatever I am in my coaching business, I'm not a corporation. What am I considered? I don't know. Whatever I am. In every capacity, often the problem is we have no systems. Okay. And so we can't duplicate, and it's impossible to lead a team if you don't have simple steps that they can do, that you can empower them to simply do them and then be there for support. So in network marketing, let's speak specifically to that demographic, if that's the right word, that audience, because that's most of you. Type in the comments below, I'm building a network marketing business, if that's you. And then type to us if you're struggling with duplication. And I did a call with Vanessa the other night, and she actually said she doesn't like the word duplication. She likes the word replication. But I was like, either way, there's a difference between sponsoring, which is just signing someone up, and then duplicating, which is copying yourself essentially, and then having them copy and copy and copy so that you have an independent team working. In order to do that, first in my network marketing business, it was like an aha to me when I came into the online space, why it was such a struggle for so many people when we had no problem at all in-person business duplicating. I'm like, why is that? I'm like, aha, there are so many options to build online. There's no clarity. There's no simplicity. There's no step-by-step process. There's no empowering people to plug into the system and do this system and let me model this system. So that was first how I started teaching parties, was because I was having the breakdown of nobody knows what to do because there's so many things we could do. Okay, so in a network marketing team, what we're going to focus on next week is how do you create simple systems that duplicate so you can create leaders. Now, the other thing, and this might be my own personal standpoint, but say Layla and I were a network marketing team, which we're not, okay? But say that she came into my jewelry business. She has a completely different skill set. She's an engineer. Our brains are like, I'm like a mile a minute. She's like, no, focus, right? This happens on your network marketing teams. And I don't know, Layla, you had some experience in network marketing, I think, right? You did business a bit. What I've seen a lot happen is people come in, and this is just my own 2 cents, and they're like, well, they signed up. I gave them the resources. If they want it bad enough, they'll do it. Like, really? Okay, well, and instead of really connecting with the people, finding out their why, creating vision, creating a simple path, and continually supporting your team, we have this like, my leadership role is I give you the tools and you figure it out. My value that I have gained, just picked up Christian. She was a key leader on my team. We are so polar opposite. And when we divide and conquer like you and I do in my coaching business and my network marketing team, that's when we started partnering in our groups and doing shared events. That's when we started delegating tasks. And I'll say, Jess, I got this new training. I'll buy it. You go take it, recreate it, and share it with the team. Like, we figured out how not to be so disconnected from our team members. And that also created a ton, and I will share with you guys next week, of community. And I was thinking about the online space versus the in-person space. So for those of you that know my story, I had been in business 6 years in person in direct sales, took about 5 years off, did a different business, then took another 1.5 years off to do nothing and have babies. And when I came back, I'm like, this is a really different world. And people that were way high up that had established teams couldn't understand how the newbies feel so disconnected. So those of you that are building virtual businesses, do you feel connected to your upline? Do you know who your upline's upline is? Is there that sense of community? And that was missing because we're not doing in-person business anymore. I've heard from some people, they're just now getting to go to retreats that for the first time. And I was used to always having that cross connection. So some of the upline leaders are so disconnected what it feels like to be a newbie building online. Right. And so that's another piece. Like, Layla, I know we still have not met each other, but I know your daughter, and I feel like I've sat in your house like day after day drinking coffee with you, and I can't wait to actually meet. And that's what we want to create in our network marketing businesses. Now, I'll take a break before I talk about my businesses outside of network marketing and see what you want to say about that.
No, I was just gonna use an example because let's just pause for a second here and talk about what the heck is a system, you know? Because we, like, a lot of people tell me, it's like, I am willing to do whatever, just I need somebody to tell me what to do, right? Yeah. I mean, he doesn't. But then here I am. The definition here between the manager and the actual, first of all, the team member, right? But the role that I have, as an example, is to be able to create a system that anyone can come in, take a look, understand what the heck needs to happen, when, how, you know, and then that, again, those little sources or assets or whatever things put together make a system, okay? And I have been working in manufacturing plants. It's like, that was my past life for over 15 years, you know, and excuse me, if you guys know the manufacturing plants, as an example, I'll give you an example of building a car. Okay, we all drive cars. We all know there's a window, right? We all know, if we're lucky, we have a system that you push a button and the window comes down, or the wipers, or the steering wheel, right? If I present that to you in a way that, hey, we're gonna hire people to build a car, because that's what we do, build cars. Imagine if I have to repeat myself over and over and over and over and over and over to give you guys the tools you need or the knowledge you need to build a car. Okay. So the system there starts building as in, we need a training system, you know, and the training portion, training that whether that is videos, whether that is a paper with the checklist, right? We need a list of the resources that we need. We need someone that is going to be assembling the pieces. You know what I'm saying? That becomes a system. Now, in addition to that, we're talking about the people. Mm-hmm. I remember being a manufacturing plant, usually 90% of the people assembling was women. And I remember we all had our little problems, right? Whether something happened with my kid at school or my husband, you know what I'm saying? Like I'm having issues. So the emotions on top of the thing that we were actually doing were always affecting the work we were doing. Right. Now, I didn't see that the way I see it now, right? But back then, I was literally the person that had no emotions. I would show up, do the work, tell people what to do, right? And now that I'm in the online space, I want to cry every single day. You know what I'm saying? We have, you know, problems because, you know, somebody is one way and then I am another, or I'm so direct and somebody gets their feelings hurt and then they don't show up for 3 days. So we're talking about a lot of things, right? So a system, a support system is actually built of many resources that interact together to create a specific result. A specific result can be so simple as creating a Facebook group versus creating a business, right? So the system there is there to tell you who needs to do what, when, how. You know, what are the things we need to get this thing done? So hopefully that helps you understand, guys, that if you are going to be showing up as a leader, you want to provide your team, your support, you know, pretty much your team, right? With the tools you need, with the tools they need to get the work done without you having to, let me use the word, micromanage every single little thing. Why? Because I don't know if you've been part of a team ever, as in going to work, you know, and then there's like other people working with you, and sometimes you like this receptionist, but not really, right? Or you like the boss, but not really. So all those things are there, and everybody's working in like different areas, but they do not interact with each other. They do not work towards the same goal together to get to a specific result, right? There are a lot of people that are actually working together towards the same result. And that is the unified team. And when we find that, everything all of a sudden becomes easier, because you're empowering me, as an example, you as my leader, you are empowering me as your right hand or whatever you want to call me, right? To create. You are like, Layla, do your thing, bring your magic, right? And then I'll do the same with my team. And I'm like, Grace, you know, or Nina, help me do your thing. You know what I'm saying? So we're all helping.
Do your thing, do your thing. That's right.
Helping each other, and then we build things, and it doesn't feel hard. Even if I am working until 2 or 3 in the morning, like you were the other day, it doesn't feel hard. I might be tired. I might have to double, you know, my caffeine intake, but I don't feel horrible about the work that I'm doing.
Well, and you can see the long-term payoff. So Susan's here. She is a team leader. She just popped in. Vanessa's here. And I know Vanessa and I have been chatting her, and she's a team leader. She has been for a long time. And part of her benefit of building a team is that when she needed to take some time off, she's had residual income. And now her focus right now is systems and tools and automation. So I'm glad you're here right now, Vanessa. Jillian is here, building a network marketing business, focusing on finding qualified people has been her challenge. So one thing you guys got to think about is next week, April 4th, if you missed it, Ignite Your Impact Leadership Retreat, virtual retreat. It's free. Layla changed it on me this weekend. She's like, we're going free. I'm like, okay. So you guys have zero excuses not to register, but it is for people who see the big picture. If you just want to sit in your closet and sell jewelry and make commission and never build a team, this is not for you. It is for those of you who see the vision of your impact by duplicating, by growing teams. And so if it is through network marketing, and you're trying to create simple tools, one of the first things, and Layla, we've done it inside of our Full Impact Makers program, is just having a simple onboarding process, but there's 18 million ways to do that. And what does that really mean? And so we have identified the difference between just giving people resources and the difference between having systematic processes and kind of checkpoints. And it's something we've been working on inside of our program. But those of you who have businesses outside of network marketing, those of you who are thinking about being entrepreneurs in the regard that you create your own thing and you grow and you scale it, the aha moment to me for the first time about the importance of systems and clarity on departments or people's roles and all the things was when I owned my home care agency. And at a certain point, for those of you that know my story, when my mother got ill, that was a $1.3 million a year agency. When she died, we were doing about $200,000 a year. And that might sound like a lot. It was not enough to pay the bills. I made $1,600 that first year. Woo, right? Next year I made 10,000. Next year I made 80,000. Next year I made six figures. Next year I sold it for a lot of six figures. Okay. It takes time, but I had a business consultant meet with me. And this is why you guys need to invest in a coach, right? You need to invest in someone further down the journey. I looked him up on YouTube. I actually was looking to sell my business. I'm like, I want to be rid of this thing. Never wanted to own the thing. Inherited the thing. Felt like I was called to lead it. Didn't know how to lead it. And he came in and looked at exactly like Layla has done with my business. Outside point of view. And he's like, here's your problem. Even if you can grow it, which we were at like 500,000 by that point, you can never sell this thing. I'm like, why? He's like, it's all in your brain. He's like, nobody has a clue how to do this. What would they do without you? I'm like, oh, crap. So we had to create policies and procedures and give Rachel an actual defined role and get an HR person in time, just like you grow with your network marketing team, or I am growing with my coaching business. He set me up for success. The other thing he did was said, you're not charging enough. And I was like, and we were charging $16 to $18 an hour at that time for private duty senior home care. The rates were like 20 to 25 in some places. And I was like, oh my God, I can't charge more. Now, network marketing, you cannot change the pricing, but you can elevate your messaging about what they should get through bundles. We teach you to sell in sets in your network marketing business. If you're coaching, you evaluate that. And Layla's been integral in saying, hey, like this is what you need to do with this. So long story short, 2 years from the time I met Gavin, we had done just under $1 million. I was able to, in 1 year, I was able to sell that company. It was a huge financial blessing to my family. It was a huge weight off my shoulders that I was able to rebuild that agency, put a team in place. Because guess what, Layla, when I sold that company, nothing changed except ownership. The people that were employed knew exactly what to do. Everybody continued to work as a family. They now had a new owner that actually could pay them a little bit more because they were, I don't know, in a different place than I was, and give them benefits that I couldn't give them. And everything basically stayed the same. And it felt amazing. I saw the benefits of it. And I saw the benefits of what happens when you don't do things right. When I left my network marketing business the first time, and I had not truly built leaders. I had done everything for them. And without me, they're like, I don't know what to do. When I left my network marketing business the second time, same company, none of them went with me and were like, we're leaving, because they're like, oh, we know exactly what to do. And this is where we want to stay. That is the power of building teams. And it's very freeing. So I know we've gone a half hour now. I just want to say, if you guys are not, the whole workshop's next week. We're just random talking right now. The whole workshop is next week, April 4th. We can drop the registration and the link to get your spot for the Leadership Ignite Your Impact retreat. It's going to be amazing. If you guys really see past yourself and you're ready to grow and scale, you've got to duplicate, you've got to automate, you've got to have simple systems. Okay, I'm done. Your turn, and then we can wrap out. What did I miss?
Yes, nothing. Actually, just the new community, or the group where we're actually going to be hosting the retreat. We are opening a new private group. I know people have been asking sometimes, it's like, hey, I just joined the challenge and I joined halfway, can I stay longer, right? Or some other people are like, I didn't get to it, can I get the replays? So just a quick little secret that I'm sharing here, right? But we are going to be leaving that community open for people that want to continue to get access to the trainings, because we have a big vision for what we want to do. Okay, we have, again, more trainers. So Kathy's not going to be the only one training there. I'm going to be showing up. There's other people from Impact, that are going to be showing up there as well. So it's going to be super unified. Okay, why? Because every person that is there has the goal, has the vision to actually, again, build and scale, or grow and scale in terms of teams. So meaning that we talked about the difference between the person that is signing up for products just because they want the discount, or we're talking about the person that just want to, bring a couple $100 extra a month in with their network marketing team, right? And how we are now trying to elevate our message to pull people in that have this big vision, that need the support, that want the support, system, or the support to actually get there. And that's what we want to have in that new community. So make sure you are there. We're going to be sharing more details about what's coming. We are revamping totally Impact Makers program. And again, we're going to make the formal announcement there, but I think we're going to go evergreen on Impact, meaning that the Impact Makers program is going to be open for enrollment at any time, probably for the rest of the year, so that people are not waiting for us to launch to join us. Why? Because we have a lot to offer. Our vision is so amazing, so unified, right? And now we're just looking for the leaders that can actually come on, with us, the people that are needing that support system, and to build all this together, So I know that was a big announcement, but some of these topics is what we're going to be covering inside of the VIP community. And we want to see you there, Right now, you need to get the link to sign up for the retreat. Let's start there, and let's continue the conversation over Messenger if you guys need help. But I just wanted to say that because there are a lot of things that are going to happen in the next few months, and we have the team. Okay, we just want to bring more people that have the same vision as us to make a better or bigger impact in the world. So that's it. And I'm just looking at the questions here. I don't think how long each day is the retreat. Kat is going to go live from Monday through Friday, every single day from the 4th, April 4th, right? 11 a.m. Central. I want to make it 30 minutes. Okay, that's my goal. But Kathy, she's always over delivering. So
okay,
we'll see how that goes. But at least let's just plan for 30 minutes to an hour, just to be safe, right? But that is what's going to happen. Again, there are going to be some from 11. I'm sorry, I'm just reading the questions. From 11 a.m. Central. Yeah. To 12 p.m. So plan for that. And I'm sorry, I don't want to miss any of the questions, but I can't see them. I can only see four.
I know it's only showing me 4 at a time as well.
4 at a time, yeah.
Yeah, we can wrap through at the end and put the link in there as well. I will post actually the link right now too. And you guys, it's exactly what Layla said. In this free community that we grew, you guys know that I started this 2 Septembers ago and didn't know what would become. And Diane was on the inside with me. Jess was on the inside with me. And then I kind of was like, okay, what are we really doing with this group? It was moms building online businesses. Then Layla's really helped us just create clarity on the message. And some of you need that higher level of service that you get on the inside with really team building. And some of you just want the simple tips and tricks to like build a social media profile and create the beginning stages of your business. And so we're really looking to serve at the highest level. And that's what we do on the full inside of our program. So once again, shout out to the people on the inside of there, because you have no clue what it is till you get in there. So this workshop is speaking to that higher level leader. Either you're a leader if you're a team of one.
Oh, yeah.
A leader is like a decision on how you're going to operate your business and where you see yourself going. You could have signed up today. I knew from the day I signed up, if I was doing this, I wasn't playing small. I could not afford to, right? Mm-hmm. I knew, and Shannon, I hope that she gets to come in here. She's a teacher and she wants from now until August to be able to create the income to stay home. And that was me. I had 6 months from the day I learned about it to get over myself, get over my discomforts, listen to my upline, and start building so that I could. And so even if that's you on day one, like today, I see different vision. Write yourself a letter 3 years from now as if you've done everything that you wanted to have done in your business. And if 3 years from now, your life looks drastically different, and it includes mass impact, and it includes a team, and it includes things, this is where you need to be, is in a workshop like that. If you still see your life exactly the same as it is today, but maybe an extra 200 in sales through a party, you're in the right place right here. If that is not you, get in the workshop. So I'll drop that link. And Layla, thanks for hanging out with me. High five. We did a great job of Kathy style impromptu with no notes. So I'm sorry. I'm like, what are we going to talk about today? Because I can random go on and on forever.
Yeah. But no, I love the fact that you made that distinction here, right? Because from the minute that I started my business online, I didn't have the resources. I couldn't even afford my first coach, to be honest with you. But I knew I was not going to be alone. Like I knew that I needed, I wanted, not that I needed. I could have done the whole thing myself. And like many of my clients, past clients, they were like, I'd rather keep the money that I, instead of paying a virtual assistant, or I'd rather keep the money instead of hiring a coach. Totally up to you. I am here because I am a leader and I need to lead something. Right? Like, and the first thing is leading myself, but I knew that I had to put myself in a scenario where I could afford, to build a team, because I am a big believer in terms of helping them as well, And when you are at that status, I think, believe me, things actually change for you again from here. That's where you start, and that's what we want, because I feel like we're talking to the wrong people when we are trying to invite them to this world that exists in front of them, but they don't want to go. The key portion of the actual retreat is that the fact that we want to build a unified audience or group, right, of people, that we are there because we all want the same thing, right? And we're not going to be wasting our time trying to convince the people that don't want to go there. We're like, hey, we're here. If you want this, come join us. If not, stay here. We have like a lot of resources because we love sharing. You are amazing at giving and giving and giving. It's like you are again an amazing leader, and I just feel like you have the what a lot of people are looking for, the support, and we're there. But now we're trying to elevate, like I said, elevate the message here to call those leaders that are, again, sharing the same vision that we are, that we have, right? So that we can all propel our businesses forward and support each other. So
solid. I think that we got to go because Kathy has a facial appointment. Oh. I said, Layla, I have a doctor appointment. It's at a medical spa. So that counts as a doctor, right? Yeah. So I will tell you guys though, last week though, if you did join the summit, I cried and I was like, we're all playing too small. And I may not play small in the background. I've definitely played small in the front of like how I portray that I can help people, because I love simple hacks and I love fun. But it's just like the smallest piece of the puzzle. And then behind the scenes, all the work we do with our students and all the transformations, I'm like, we're not sharing that. Like, this is massive. I don't have time just to go start a new hobby. This is huge what we do. And so Layla bringing this workshop idea is really helping us to communicate that better to you guys, because it's impossible to understand what you're going to get on the inside of Impact Makers if you think it's just a new tool, tip, hack, or party idea, because it ain't. It's really life. And sometimes we do a lot of growth together that we didn't expect outside of business, because life and business are like this, right? All right, Layla, thank you so much for hanging out with me today. Empire Builders, if you are not yet registered, I did drop the link actually in the description of this video and in the comment section. Get registered, grab your seat. If you have a team, every one of them needs to be there, because this is where you guys can learn and grow together, okay? If you have sidelines, uplines, direct sales sisters, network marketing friends, coaches, get them all in. It's going to be amazing, and I cannot wait. I will see you guys next Monday. I guess I'll be here still at 10 next Monday, reminding them last chance workout, get into the retreat, and then it will officially start at 11. Okay.
Yep. Okay.
All right. I'll see y'all later.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.